the night before Halloween, and we have a great lacrosse matchup for you tonight as the NC State Wolfpack takes on the club team from UNC Chapel Hill, the Tar Heels. I am Sam Harding alongside Trevor Bode and Burton Barco. And this night isn't just about lacrosse tonight. We have a big event. And Trevor, why are we all here?
We're here tonight for the NC State Philanthropy Game when they're trying to send 10 lucky kids to go to Camp Weaver. And we hope that all people watching tonight, they'll go onto Venmo at NCSU and write camp as a note, send some money, help contribute to the worthy cause.
Absolutely. Send money to Venmo at NCSU Lacrosse, and we will be right back for the first face-off between these two teams. Welcome back down to Lower Method Field as we have a very big turnout for the Philanthropy Game. Stands on my left and my right field, and to my right I have Burton Barco and Trevor Bode, and we have a great matchup. And Trevor, Burton, we didn't get to talk about it earlier, but who are we going to watch out for on this NC State team?
So Jake Wells will be a great player to watch. He's a junior, third year out here. Each year played a different position, played each of them really well. So great to see what he can offer to the field. And then also Elliot Benedict will be a great player to see. He's a senior out here. Really just a pit bull is what he's called by his coaches. So it'll be exciting to see what he brings to the field.
Absolutely. Jake Walls, third season, like you said, he was a really good D-man his first year, then switched to attack. He was highest point getter on the team. And then this year he has switched now to being a midi on the first midi line. And he's going to really help this team out offensively by being able to switch.
Coaches love his versatility. We're hoping we'll be able to see it tonight.
And for this UNC team, I'm lucky enough to have played with two of the guys, Eric Lassiter and Joel Rodriguez, as D-men. They were both my safety blankets, and I played against one of their top guys. He said he's got a black helmet with a 0 on it. He doesn't really have a check mark. He has a check mark on the back of his jersey. As Addison Oliver, I played against him, stuffed him a couple times. He scored maybe once on me, let's say, as the first face-off goes to Chapel Hill.
All right, we're seeing them spread the field out.
Jake Walls being tested early on defense as we have the yellow call as blue starts to settle the ball in. Ball's now at the top right. We'll do our best to get you UNC player names, but most of them have no numbers. You see some with check marks on the back. We will do our best to get you who's doing what, but ball's now at X. Good hot slide there from the D-man, forcing a long pass.
Tong. Oh, just off the pole.
Ball went pole down, hit Tong in the back of the leg as 41 Michael East was trying to cradle it, and it just came out of the back of the net. No one stepped up on the shot there, but number 3 for UNC, and ball goes out wide. Ball now being worked up.
We're going to see if Carolina is going to try and get aggressive or if they're going to try and slow the game down. A beautiful spin move. And just a clean, low shot right in the left corner.
Spin move, drops him on the wet field. And then a little worm burner, bringing it into the back of the net, going low on Tong.
We've been having some rain all day today, so it's going to be interesting to make sure that everybody stays on their feet tonight.
Absolutely. Seeing that spin move already affect some NC State defensemen being dropped early, you're going to want to think twice before you cut too hard. The wet surface is going to really mess with you out there.
How much do you think overall the weather will affect this lacrosse game? Do they switch their style up, play a little more further back?
It depends on, so for NC State, we haven't really seen our identity truly develop yet. If we want to go more run gun, it will end up slowing the team down because it's hard to run in rain. That's why you see, like in football, if you're the Big 12 teams, they really struggle if they're playing in rain because they can't air it out as much. Mm-hmm. But if you're a possession team, the bad weather benefits your play style. As we have another clear, like Trevor said, bad pass brings it up. East now. Ooh. Nice little swim move with the deep hole. East isn't looking to give it up. He's looking to get something out of this. Brings it up.
He's going to head back. Midfielder's going to come back in.
And we're going to settle it down as you have midfielder walking down. That's number 33, Matt Ostin. Ostin named to watch out for this season. Coach Demers said, Ostin brings the slide. Ball bounces
Ball's out.
high. Ball's on the carpet. Picked up again. And you have a re-attack by NC State. Good attack on the hands there by the defenseman.
Oh, just off the mark.
As number 3, Justin Williams, getting right on crease, taking a shot as UNC does a really good job of clearing it out.
I like the
Ostin
shot,
on D.
though. Williams trying to get aggressive early, especially after UNC's already scored.
Absolutely. Very good try there. Woo! Good stick-to-stick contact there. That's number 13.
Yeah, David Bard
Baird
with the ball.
Ostin with it now. Ostin, quick fake. Moves it down to goal line extended. High pass. Gets scooped up. NC State calling yellow. Now just got to settle it in. Ball being bounced around. Bard with it.
Ostin trying to use his speed.
Bard.
Oh, what a strike from Ostin.
That was Bard with the goal there. Scooting it in.
Nice
And
low shot.
He's just so quick, it's hard to read the numbers. I completely understand. It happens to me a lot. But what did you see on that, Trevor?
Oh, you just saw a quick cut. He just started in the middle of the field, just uked out the defender, went straight to goal. Hit it right down low, right where it's tricky for the goalie to
Seems
get
like they're
it.
attacking the right side a lot so far. Really driving down this side.
Absolutely. Right side attackers really like going down that right side alley. It's, again, like basketball. If you're right hand dominant, you're going to want to go to the right until they force you left.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what NC State looks like they're going to do right there. Face off coming to mosh pit real quick. Ball get possession NC State. As Evan Ryer with it. Ryer just going to settle it. Ball now lofted over. That was number 10.
You got Sam Ellison with the ball now.
Ellison with it. That was number 55.
Dante Casero.
Ball's being moved around. NC State really just getting their feet in. This is Sean Tobin. Tobin's got speed. Tobin burns across and just sneaks it by. Right side, stick side high on the goalie.
Great shot.
Tobin constantly out here. Every time he gets on the field, shows off that speed, and he did it right there.
Always trying to be a good playmaker, just like that.
And again, to your point, going right down the right side of the alley again.
Looked like the keeper's vision might have been blocked. Looks like he was a little slow to try and get his stick there.
He was, and what happened too, it looked like you said, he was slow, but he started to react a little too late. And if he would have just kept his stick there, I think he would have hit his stick and he would have had the save, because it wasn't the best placed shot, but it was a good shot on goal.
Good velocity on the shot.
Good hands free, but having the goalie have to guess where it's gonna go, it works there. And that was Mike Monero at LSM just running off. He, as Coach Demers was saying, he is a big boy out there. He's showing off. He doesn't need to wear sleeves under his penny either. That's the way to go.
Oh, yeah. Don't want any restriction.
None. Ball's being attacked from X. Kicked out. Now moved over to number 10, Ellison. Ellison can't rein it in. Scoops it up. You hear Coach Demers shout, keep it hot from the bench. You just want to keep moving the ball. Don't let it die in your stick. That's what coaches will keep saying. That's how you kill offensive momentum, as NC State's up 2-1 with 13 left.
Always want the defense thinking. Always want them to keep spreading the ball around.
Great back check there. A good outlet pass. That is number 6. That is not Eric Lassiter. That is another number 6. Good ball up, and UNC is able to get it back on offense as you have a little ground pass.
UNC seems to be slowing down, trying to set something up. That's what not a lot of people realize about lacrosse. Lacrosse can go very quickly, but you can also like to slow it down, try to get right matchups and tire the defense out a bit.
Absolutely. As UNC, they started in an open set. Now they have morphed into, well, it doesn't matter now what they're in, as another unforced turnover goes to the back, and NC State's going to look to get it on the offensive side once again.
That's why you play these fall games, though. Just trying to crisp everything up, be ready for the spring season.
Absolutely. You have Tong, good pass up, quick pass to the left side of the field. Ball's now at X, being brought up to goalie's right. When I give field positions, I will try to do it from the goalie's perspective, not ours. So it's right now it's top left. It is one of the hardest things to remember to flip the field, as that's number
Great
22.
drive.
Addison Pickney. Oh.
That's going to be on UNC. Those 2 penalties, I believe one, he got checked in the head before the ball went in the back of the net, and then after he got a late hit. And Pickney, doesn't matter, he puts it in the back of the net.
Completely unfazed and still gets a great shot off right at the crease.
Helmet's off as he's trotting over to the sideline, getting some dap from his teammates. That goal is good. And we're going to have a late hit on UNC number 23. It's going to be 1 minute. And so NC State, they're up 3-1, scored 3 unanswered, and now they're going to have a man-up opportunity.
Absolutely.
What does that do if you're UNC?
Well, it definitely puts you on your toes now that you're forced to deal with an and-one situation here. We're hoping that the offense is able to keep it at their end, but the Pack's got to be aggressive here. Don't let up at all.
Absolutely, as this face-off is huge. You want to be able to kill this minute without even NC State on the offensive side, which does not look like it's going to happen. Now you're going to have to kill it the old-fashioned way. As Luck is doing his best to push out Alex Casian. And now NC State setting up in their man-up offense.
Got UNC in the classic box and one in this situation.
Box and one. A little 5 on a die as Luck comes up top. And now Luck's going to be tied down to the crease man. Beautiful
Great ball
offense
movement.
moving around. And that's going to go NC State way on the chase. Like you were saying, good ball movement. UNC was not set there. That was the opportunity State wanted. But high pass, it's going UNC's way.
Yeah, UNC catches a break here. Hopefully they're able to kill the rest of this penalty and just try to get back even.
Man still in the box.
Good job stressing the field.
Ball's up. That is number 6. That is Eric Lassiter. Lassiter moved it up. Lassiter is one of the people that I played with. He was one of the few people that he really taught me lacrosse. Almost sent him to the hospital one time. That's a story for a little bit later in the broadcast. But he's okay now. We
Seems
laugh
to be
about it
quick
now.
out there tonight.
Yeah, we laugh about it now, so it's okay. Balls with, I believe that's Addison Oliver, moves it down. Low pass, good save by Tong. Tong quickly rakes it in. He's got the safety of his crease as he comes out now. Moves it over to number 41, Michael East. East takes one to the face. Double flags fly. One ref launched it all the way to the midfield. That was a rocket.
It was a bit of a late flag. Seemed like the refs hesitated for a minute.
It did seem like that. It seemed like they looked to each other. As NC State, they got to play on. Ball's down, and that's going to lead to our second man up of the night for NC State.
And we have another flag thrown as well.
I think that might have been one of the dual flags as the refs threw on that slash to the face. But we'll see. We'll go ahead and quiet down for a second as the refs start to make their announcements so we can try to hear it. Refs walking over, flags being thrown everywhere.
So it was in fact a double flag. We now have 2 men down for UNC, as they'll just have to set up in a straight box on defense to somehow find a way to not let up another goal.
We do have 2 men down, and UNC was able to kill 1 penalty already. Now they have to face 2 at once. 6-on-4, just a basic box like you said. This is where you can either bend or break as a goalie. I usually enjoyed this a little bit more because I knew I made my defense just force them to shoot, and I trusted myself that much to make the save. That's what this goalie is going to do here for UNC, because NC State's going to play, or UNC is going to play very tight 4 box, no shots on goal, or no shots from crease on goal, make them shoot from outside. But as NC State, they take a pass, they step in. Take a pass, step in. Low shot off the crossbar, bounces out to the crowd over here. Good body check, and that's going to go UNC's way. But as we saw, throw a pass, step in. Throw a pass, step in, and then that box, even though it's close, you're even closer to the goalie, and you're still going to get a good shot.
Great job on the defenders. They're able to rotate quickly and force early shots.
And NC State, they get it back.
UNC has 1 man back in.
We're now at 5 and 6. Still have a man kneeling for his sins in front of the red tent over there. Here, coach shouting, keep it hot. You have a man wide open on goal. That was number 12, Evan Ryer. Ryer, stick up, calling for it.
For NC State, you would think you'd need to capitalize on one of the moments like this, having power play from 2 man down to 1 man down to still get 1 goal.
Beautiful
what
low
a beautiful
save.
save.
And like to your point, that's something that you want to capitalize on. That's going to come back to haunt them if UNC is able to. Yard sale! Sorry for my excitement there. That is a check that gets the people going. The yard sale check, you don't see it too often. And once you do, you hear everyone erupt.
Oh, nothing pumps up the bench more. Absolutely.
Nothing pumps up the crowd more than a yard sale or an ice pick. Ice pick is extremely rare and great trail track, but yard sale really gets the people going. And that was a great trail track. Saw he was going to get his hands free, just clamped down on the head of the stick.
Ryer's putting some pressure on the goalie, but he's able to get it away.
Good use of the body there to keep the ball in front. Finds man right in the center. Number 29 in the black penny. Ball's moved up.
If you're UNC here, are you trying to slow down a little bit and try to just calm down, or are you trying to speed things up to try and get back in this game?
You have 4 minutes left in this half. I say you slow it down, get settled, give your defense a rest, because they've only let up 3 goals. They've been man down twice technically, but one of those times they were down 4-6. Let your defense breathe for a second, get it set up, move it around, find your offense. Don't force it right now because it's a 3-1 game. So if you're UNC, to me, I just think you move it around and just wait for the opportunities to come, which is what it looks like. But can't rip a shot like that contested right into Tong's chest because Tong's going to eat that up all day.
Completely unfazed as he made that save.
Tong brings it up. Good pass. And that is Sean Tobin. Look at the speed on Tobin. Tobin finds his cutting man.
Oh, what a beautiful feed.
That's art. That started with Sean Tobin and the defense. Good save. Tobin eats it up with his gut, brings it up, finds Tobin cutting, and Tobin just uses his speed going down the right side of the alley Man scrapes across crease, takes it, dumps it in the back of the net. Goalie didn't stand a chance. That's just beautiful transition offense.
Oh, yeah. 2 quick passes, perfectly executed fast break.
I believe that is number 34 on the faceoff for NC State, Will McOwen. And that is luck for UNC. McOwen just ate a check right to the shoulder blade.
Handled that face-off no problem.
You're going to see Will move it, and Fogo passes it to the LSM. The LSM is going to run off as well.
Going with a no sleeves look. I like it. Like to see a strong guy out there, especially at the LSM.
Let us see it. This is number 55. Moves it over. Evan Ryer with it now. Ball's top right of the goalie. As Justin Williams tries to look for something.
Off fix a pass.
Ostin with it. Ostin's going to cut down the right side. Beautiful cut. That's beautiful offense by NC State. Cut, bring that hot slide. No 2 slide for UNC. Finds Williams just camping on the crease.
Ostin's been making plays all night with his speed. Need to have a
Speed opens
beautiful
up the passes.
Absolutely. If you beat your man, you're going to have that slide. And if you're UNC, you have to have that 2 slide. Because it's okay to get beat if your help is there. If you have a 2 slide to come cover, that's where the problems are. And they did not have the 2 slide. And that's what resulted in the 5th goal for NC State. Face off again, McOwen and Luck. Luck scoops it out, trying to get him himself. We got under a minute now. We're doing 20-minute halves, running clock. Good look. Ball's bounced down. It's coming over to us. And we're going to have some real close action here. 30 seconds left.
Chapel Hill's got to hurry if they want to get something going.
You hear short time being called. Both teams, everyone knows what short time means. You got to really get it going. You don't really want to go from X unless you have to if you're UNC. Because it's hard to take a shot there, but it makes a man miss. Tried to toss it on. Tries to toss it on top of the crease. Ball gets through. Behind the back. Goes by as the sirens wail. And that is going to be the end of the first half.
Trying to go for the style points in the final seconds.
That was going to be very dirty as the clock hit 0, but we're at 5-1. And before we go to break, guys, what did you see? We'll start with you, Trevor. What did you see in this first half?
I mean, just NC State constantly kept UNC on their toes with their constant fast breaks and obviously being up in the penalty. And although they weren't always able to execute, UNC just never was able to just slow down and relax.
And Burden, what have you seen out of both teams so far?
The speed of State has been killer, I feel like. Driving, especially on the right side, and opening up those passes. Just really, I feel like it's what State ahead so far. And then UNC, they need to stop getting so many penalties, I feel like. It's been kind of hard to play a game when you're like down less men than them. So just get them to fix that up and then try to come back in the second half.
Absolutely. As the score stands 5-1 going into halftime. And make sure to stick around. We have a very special guest. We have Coach Luke Beauchesne from Northern Durham High School. He'll stop by to talk to us, and that'll be in a few moments. Welcome back down. We have been bamboozled. We thought we were doing 20-minute halves. Turns out we're doing 20-minute quarters, or we're just not doing a halftime. So good for us. We're back on Lacrosse as Luck takes a wild shot, and that's going to go to UNC with the chase. But we are back. We will have another talk with Luke Beauchesne. And we just want to remind you all that this game is the Philanthropy Game for NC State. And Trevor, I know that you were talking about this in the open. What does that mean for everyone at home?
Well, for tonight's Philanthropy Game, NC State and UNC are doing a fundraiser. They're trying to send 10 lucky kids to attend Camp Weaver this summer. And we ask all our audience, if you're feeling generous, to send donations to the NCSU Lacrosse Venmo with the comment camp. Any amount of money is generous, and we're just hoping to give these kids a good summer.
is a great reason that we're all out here tonight just to enjoy some lacrosse. And NC State is up 5-1 in this battle as UNC looks to cut the deficit, and want to make sure everyone knows that there is no deficit that's too big. 4 goals is not a lot. In soccer, that's just a bad goal differential. In lacrosse, that is par for the course. You can come back from 4 down in less than 4 minutes.
I like how UNC's come out of this half. They straight out of the face-off, they just ran straight down to try to get a shot off.
Absolutely.
While it wasn't the highest quality, you definitely gotta love their aggressiveness.
Absolutely, but NC State, speaking about aggressiveness, they came out hot too with the double team. Ball's coming down. Chris Tong, the goalie, got in a little bit as the ball got picked off, but the ball's now with number 55, Casaro. Great transitional offense by NC State once again as the ball gets moved across. Had a good look on crease. Quick start for NC State. UNC was not ready. Great save.
What a beautiful save.
Sliding in, knees to the knees, chest save. And we're going to have a play on, hands up. And you hear people shout, ease up, ease up, ease up. And it's going to be blue ball. We're going to have some moving around.
Yeah, we got some subs coming in and out. UNC is going to try and set something up. Nice cut.
UNC bringing it down. And again, goalies have flipped. So now Tong is a roadside. And
oh, nice save.
UNC's goalie is his school side as the rain starts to come down a little bit.
Oh, we got 44, Gus O'Hell, my former teammate, who just had the pass out right there.
Ball's now moved around. Looking for something until the defenseman engaged him. He did, so they're going to pull it out. Rain's now starting to come down. Not too bad, but it is coming down as we speak, and we've been dealing with it all day. It's been a rainy one in Raleigh, and we've got number 22, Pickney with it. Pickney had that big goal earlier. Had a grown man's goal, if you like to call it that. Got slapped in the face, scored, got hit, caused 2 penalties.
The and one right there.
And one.
Gotta love his toughness.
Ball's on the ground. One-handed scoop. Somehow got to his teammate. Pass went wide, ended up becoming a skip pass. Ball's out with Hank Moss. Hank Moss, long strides. Oh!
Great move.
Oh.
Great save as well.
Beautiful save.
You know Moss wanted that one. He was going to pull that and clip it and tweet it out later. That was going to be a good move. Had the man guessing. As we have number 27 come down with it. Monero's looking for someone to go with it. Brings it out to Casaro. And Moss had a very good move. Had a man going left when he should have been going right. I believe that's going to probably be offsides or too many men on UNC. And it was, so they're just going to send that man back out because you can't get it twice. So they're going to play 7-on-6 here. And still gets a good shot off.
Some great saves by the goalies so far this half.
Absolutely. The goalies came out hot. And we're going to have
massive sub by NC State as they're trying to get their attack guys in.
They're sending their attack offense out. And NC State is going to have man up for about 30 seconds, I do believe.
UNC sets up in the box and one.
Box and one again. I believe they have killed both penalties, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe this is not a bad spot for them to be in. And they tried to send the man out who had the offside call on him in the man-down defense.
Refs
that
are
is
not
illegal.
letting that happen.
He's pretty easy to spot with that red helmet out here. Even NC State's not wearing red helmets. As the ball gets set up, looking for a shot here, get it hot, trying to move it around, get that defense guessing of where you're going to be. fakes Pat. Ball's being moved around. You hear coach shout too far out. Take steps in.
A good shot, but it's going to stay with State here.
I believe that is number 13, David Baird, at the point of this man-up attack. He is not taking any steps in. He's still real high up at the restraining line. Sneaks a pass over. Baird caught it before he did. Ball rolls away.
UNC's just going to try and stick up. They got 4 long poles in there on D. They're just going to try and stick them up, hope they get a piece of the ball.
And now we have a release. Now we're 6-on-6, but is UNC going to try to go to man instantly at the gate? And then you go into some confusion there. It looks like they're going to try to stick with their box. Now they've moved back into man-on-man. Trail track didn't get there. Great offense by NC State. They might not have gotten the penalty goal, but out of the penalty was killed. UNC had a little confusion of where they were going. Still put it in the back of the net as we have a timeout here.
Kept their composure, just came in and had a beautiful strike right in the net.
Absolutely. And Burton, I'm going to go ahead and ask you, as I'm assuming, I didn't see who called this timeout, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that it was a UNC timeout.
I would assume so. I think so.
If you're UNC, what are you talking about in this huddle?
You just think you have to possess a little more. They start off the half very well, attack right at the start, then possession. But after that, State's possessed both times, of course, with the penalty. Just try to possess a little more. You need to start scoring a little more goals, come back, and get back in this game.
As it stands, 12:59 left in the second quarter. It is NC State 6, Tar Heels 1, and just want to go ahead and plug it again. Trevor, why are we all out here?
We are all out here for the philanthropy game tonight. We are hoping to send 10 lucky kids to summer camp at Camp Weaver, and we ask that if any of you all are feeling generous, to please donate to the NCSU Lacrosse Venmo with the comment, "Camp." Any amount of money is generous, and we're just trying to give 10 lucky kids a great summer at Camp Weaver.
Absolutely, a great reason to be out here. As the rain's still coming down, the crowd has gotten bigger. We have bleachers are packed, chairs are here, umbrellas, smart fans.
The rain has not phased the crowd whatsoever.
Not
Many
at all.
are without umbrellas and are still just here to enjoy the game, and you got to love that out of your fans.
Absolutely, this is one of the best times to be a lacrosse player, under the lights. Oh, it's not Friday night, but it's a good time. When it's a college night, every night's a Friday night.
It should just be very brief until we get back to the face-off. And if you're UNC, you're hoping to win this face-off. Just try and possess the ball for a little bit. Your defense has been on their toes all game long. Obviously, you want to get a quick goal, but the important thing is to just slow things down and gain momentum, as once again, NC State gets the ball and is just ready to go.
That was a good win by NC State, but chuckling now because that was Kyle Dale on the face-off win. He picked it up. He was about to start running to Chris Tong. He didn't realize what side he was going to attack on. He had to gain his composure for a second. We could have had some friendly fire there as NC State moves it along.
Again, possessing it very well on their side, or the UNC side is that.
Absolutely. Good speed there. High check. That looked like he got him in the head. He's going. Flag is down. Ball is still alive. It does not die until it is picked up by UNC or it goes out of bounds. So NC State is able to.
NC State still has it.
They've got free possession. You got to move it, though. You hear coach saying, and that's picked up by UNC. But that was, I believe that was Austin that drew the penalty there.
Austin had 3 guys on him, just being an absolute tank, spinning all around, hanging onto the ball entire time, and still able to get a shot off. And drawing the foul. As once again, UNC is forced to go back into the box and 1. They have successfully killed every penalty so far, but this wastes valuable time off the clock, and just ruins the chance of a possible comeback.
Absolutely. As you said, they have killed every odd man attack that has been thrown their way. Have a little of an asterisk as there was that one goal that came in when the penalty was killed, but potato, they have killed all the penalties. That's the stat that you're looking at. As ball being moved around, that's Baird with it. Baird moves it to Ostin. Back to Baird. Moves it over. That's Justin Williams. Williams brings it down. Back to Williams. Baird. Williams.
Baird again.
Baird. If it sounds like I'm getting repetitive, that's exactly right. I am, because that's what NC State wants to do. They're just moving it for the sake of moving it, getting that UNC defense going. As Ostin has it, back to Baird, and here we go, starting the carousel again. Tries to get the skip pass. The red helmet got lucky for UNC. I don't think he was going to make a play on that ball. It hit his stick, and he kind of flinched away. Got a double. Great check. That's Jake Walls with it. Beautiful check by Walls, not giving up on that play, coming out of nowhere. Walls looks over at the fans, gives a little hand signal.
Gotta love it when your attackmen are still able to play defense like that.
Absolutely. Walls just does it all. We were talking about his versatility earlier at the beginning of the game, and it is on display right there. You hear the fire call, gonna have a slide. Men beat, looking to see where to go.
Baird using
Another fire.
Off the post.
Baird trying to use his speed to create an open shot.
That's going to go white. As Jake Walls is down at the bottom, and that was Justin Williams chase it down.
He's just trying to stay fresh. You know, he knew it was their ball, but he's
Yeah,
just trying to
you
stay
gotta
ready.
Got to make sure. Chase, good move by
beautiful
Williams. Had him zigging when he should have zagged. Ball being moved up. Baird with it. We're even. Baird might look for a skip pass. Baird tries sidearm shot, and Jake Walls loves it, dapping his boy up. That was a great shot there by Baird. Went one way, turned it back. Sidearm cannon, top right to the goalie.
Beautiful shot.
Now score 7-1, 8-8. We're at 7-1.
Now we set back up. 8 minutes remaining in the second quarter. And NC State has showed no signs of slowing down. Even though it's a scrimmage, they're going to play to their speed, and they're not letting up whatsoever. Still able to maintain good quality shots.
Absolutely. Coach Demarest wants to know who's he going to rely on when the summer comes. Great face-off win there by McGowan. And just chucks it down. It looked like his stick wasn't fully set back from that face-off, and so he didn't really have the control that he wanted. Dangerous pass, but Luck able to use a little bit of his last name.
Look at his speed.
Good check.
Oh,
and they're going to call that high.
Possession.
Ball's down. That's going to come back. It looked a little high, and I believe that was Elliot Benedict, the little bulldog. Got a little too high on that check, I believe. Kind of came up towards the neck, head area, and that's, especially in fall, that's going to get a flag every time.
Yeah, that's why coaches, they love to have their shorter face-off guys draw fouls a lot easier. As a defender, it can be hard. You just happen to get a lot of penalties on shorter guys.
Absolutely. And Trevor, we were talking earlier, and that was something that you said as the rain starts to come down a little bit more ferociously. You're saying that penalties are something that you know a little bit about from your days of playing.
Yes.
Can you go ahead and elaborate on that for me?
Last year was my first year playing lacrosse, and a lot of the football players on the lacrosse team recruited me, and I joined. I became the enforcer of the team. I led the team in penalty minutes. I had 3 fouls called at me at one point for one play. It was
that's pretty impressive, honestly.
Well, 2 of them were deserved. One of them probably not, but it's I take it as an accomplishment.
You should. Penalty minutes is a stat for a reason.
Oh, absolutely.
And as we get back to the penalty at hand, NC State first time man down. UNC first time man up. It looked a little sloppy. Ball was on the ground a little bit during that anecdote. They did get a good shot off, but the penalty has been killed, and now NC State.
Great save.
They got bailed by Tong there. They didn't know what they were doing. They tried to get back into their man on man defense way too quick.
Tong's pass deflected. Can they get a quick shot
off? Tong got saved by the bell. Here we go. Another great.
Wow.
Oh, I thought I had it, but.
Oh, was he in the crease though?
That's what I'm wondering. Did that go in?
It looks like the call.
It looks like it may have gone in. I'm going to watch the ref.
All right, it appears that the goal was in the crease, so it will be a no goal, but there was a penalty.
I couldn't really tell if that was a goal or not. I thought Tong may have saved it with his leg.
I'm not sure that went in. I think he did save it.
That's what I'm thinking, but the way that everyone reacted. So I think that was a save. Never mind. If it was. Now I'm confused because this is not. So if it's 7-2, they should be doing a face-off again. And the refs never signaled goal. I believe that we're still playing at 7-1 because there was no face-off. I'll try to figure this out later, but it is 7-1 in my understanding of the rules because they should have done a face-off if the penalty was to stand. No ref signaled goal. So I believe it is 7-1 still.
Well, scrimmages are for us all to improve, scorekeepers included.
Absolutely.
Hoping to get everyone's communication a little bit better.
But did either of you see any goal confirmation sign? I did not.
I
did
did
not
see the ref point inside the crease. I
Okay.
did not see a clear-cut goal signal.
So I believe that we're still running at 7-1. We're going to run with 7-1 until we can talk to an official at the break and figure out what the score is. But I believe it is 7-1. As the ball's being moved around, NC State, Tong is doing a good job in that cage. He may not have technically saved that, got bailed out by the pole, but he was hugging that post enough.
Oh, is it going to make it over the line? No.
Ooh, and he just walks out forgetting where it is. The field awareness drops down a little bit there, and that's something rough if you are UNC. As Elliot Benedict coming back, moves it up. That's Sam Ellison with it. Ball's moved up. Hank Moss with it. And Sean Tobin. And you hear the calls of AJ. AJ, that's code for adjacent. So they've got no man on the crease. You're going to slide left to right here. Ball's now goalie's bottom left. Down at the GLE line. Ball's top left now. Ball's up with Ellison. You hear go right away. This is the matchup they wanted. Ellison gets it. Slide goes. Tobin now looking for a re-attack.
Defenseman's just trying to poke it away, and he's doing a good job maintaining with him.
He is. And Tobin, that's what you want the matchup if you're UNC. You want your LSM on Tobin. And you hear fire. That's Baird. Baird's got two. He's got to find the open man. Now he's got one on him. Checked right on the hand.
Dumps it back behind the crease.
Ball's now at X, looking for a screen. Baird is just eating up space next to him.
Oh,
Ball's down.
crosses him up.
You hear short time, you got to get a shot on cage. The shot clock goes off. You have 80 seconds to get a shot off. Either hit goalie, hit post, hit back of the net. That's how you reset. Ball bounces perfectly.
Great
Trying
pass.
to share the love. Great save by the keeper.
Beautiful save.
And his momentum brings him out, so he's just going to keep going. Ball's down. He's just going to keep going with it. Gonna have line. Loose ball push.
UNC
It's going
maintains
blue.
possession.
But that was a great save there by the UNC keeper. And then knowing that his momentum's going to carry him, he's just got to keep running with it.
That's got to rally your team if you're UNC. Seeing your keeper go all out, going across the field, just trying to get something going for your team, hoping they can rally behind them. And we got another flag down.
Another flag down. 2 flags are down. I see Elliot Benedict getting under the skin, clapping his hands there as the clock is still running. We're under 30 ticks now. As we're going to figure out what's going on, we're going to try to stay quiet so we can hear these officials.
And it seems Elliot was forced to take a foul. Unfortunately, his pit bull attitude just got a little bit too aggressive there. So it looks like we'll be in a 5-on-5 situation.
So we have 2 penalties, one on NC State, which was on Benedict, and the other was on, as the ref said, he had no number. It was Millbrook. He was wearing a Millbrook helmet. So we're going to come back from half, 7-1. We're going to try to have someone go talk to the officials, but it should be 7-1, and we're going to come back at 5-5. And now we actually go into halftimes as you see the teams walk. And real quick, before we go to the teased interview with Coach Luke Beauchene, what did you guys see in that first half?
Well, obviously, NC State came out quick. They always had their foot straight on the gas, whether it was in through fast breaks or whether they tried to slow it down on the offensive end. They just always stayed aggressive and drew so many penalties. And while they always weren't able to execute in the man-up situations, they were almost always able to get a goal in those situations.
Absolutely. And what did you see out of UNC in that first half?
I think they had a better second half, or second quarter, as I should say. Really better attacking, better possession. Finally had their first power play, couldn't get in the goal, but I thought they played a lot better, calmed down a little bit, and really just set up a better tempo, momentum coming into the rest of the game.
Absolutely. And we'll be right back for the halftime interview with Coach Luke Beauchene as the score is 7-1, and we'll make sure what the official score is as we get back. Welcome back down to Lower Method Field, and I am joined by a very special guest, Coach Luke Beauchene from my alma mater, Northern High School. He is in his 3rd year now as head coach at Northern, and he beat his old high school rival first time ever in his first year of head coaching. And Luke, what did you thought about this college game so far? Is this your first time seeing club lacrosse up close and personal, or didn't you play some at Auburn?
No, this is actually thank you. This is my first time seeing the club game. I think it's been awesome. I think there's been a lot of good intensity, a lot of good scrapping out there. I think PackTV is doing a good job going at the Carolina short sticks, and it's paying off.
Absolutely. And Coach is on his 3rd year, and what got you into lacrosse to start out?
You know, growing up in Durham, it's not the most prevalent thing, but some of my buddies played, and I really latched onto it, really enjoyed it, and had a blast with it, and couldn't let go.
Absolutely. And now let's do a little season preview for you guys and my alma mater. I still have the tweet notifications on. I keep up with it at all times. And how's the team looking this year? One of your players from your first year is on this UNC team, Joel Rodriguez. And what is the team looking like this season?
Yeah, Joel's out there. Joel's doing good. So is Eric Lassiter. He's playing some good man-down defense. But this year I think we're going to be pretty good. We got a new conference. It's going to be a lot more competitive, I think. We should expect to compete for a conference championship and expect to be back in the playoffs for the 2nd time as a program. So we're excited. A lot of potential, but we'll see.
And they have a really good player in Braden Thomas. Braden is in his senior year. I remember Braden being out there with us my freshman year when he was just in 6th grade, and he was lighting up some of our players, and he's now doing it as a senior.
Yeah, no doubt. And he's a guy that's actually looking at coming to the SELC, so might be playing PackTV in the not too distant future.
We'd be lucky to have him. And we talked about him just a little bit. What was Joel like? And to a lesser extent, you were an assistant coach for Eric Lassiter. What were those 2 defensemen like to their team?
Their play style is very similar, athletic. They like to get in guys' hands and get up and down and run with the ball a little bit. But in terms of just leadership and being able to rally guys through their words and their actions, they're really similar in that way.
Absolutely, and we'd just like to say thank you to Coach Luke Beauchesne for taking time out and coming to see us and watching some of his players go and watching me commentate. And thank you very much, Coach.
Go Knights.
Go Knights. Welcome back down to Lower Method Field as we have, I believe we've got a 50-50 raffle going on, hosted by Parker Stanton. He was a 4-year starter for PackLax. Now he's aged out, but he's still part of the program. And Trevor, what's going on?
Well, we got it once again. We're here for the NC State UNC Philanthropy Game, where both teams have come together to raise money for 10 lucky kids to be able to attend Camp Weaver this summer. And all you in the audience, you guys have the opportunity to help contribute. If you all go to Venmo and search up NCSU Lacrosse and leave a comment with your donation, camp, then you can be a part of this great fundraiser and help 10 lucky kids have a fantastic summer.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about, just giving back to the community, really helping just make other people's lives better. That's all you can ask for, especially when you're so lucky to play the great sport, one of the best sports, lacrosse. And we have confirmation. It was 7-2. The score is 7-2 as there was a goal, dead ball penalty, and off that we do not have a face. There was the goal, and that makes it 7-2 for UNC. And now, going into half, we had 2 dead ball penalties. But since UNC had possession, it'll be UNC, no face, 5-on-5. As they come, they're going school side against Chris Tong, as UNC's goalie is street side.
And we have everyone all spread out, subbing everybody in, making sure everybody's ready to go. And it's great to see some of the alumni of NC State as they're exiting the field. Looks like the 50-50 raffle has just wrapped up. Once again, just a fantastic crowd out here tonight. Everybody just coming together, support lacrosse. Great to see for the Philanthropy Game.
Ball's up top. We got 5-on-5, so no man down. We're just going to have a little of a different look for you here. Start out.
Yeah, NC State opens up in a zone. Looks like a 2-2-1.
Looks like they're playing a little man. They're kind of playing that Syracuse zone where it's man, giving that zone look, but it's also man because you're going to have that D-man really slough in. On the backside, you're going to play really tight to goal in case there's someone got beat.
A loose zone, a loose man.
Ball's low.
And that's my former teammate Gus O'Hale getting a nice poke in.
And we're going to have NC State now has to drop into that box and one, the little 5-die, as UNC is up for, I'm going to say, 30 seconds more. And the 6-on-5, looking for the skip was there for a second, but that is aggressive defense right on the hands.
Excellent defense. NC State has not let up all game long, and it's great to see them coming out with the same aggressiveness out of this.
This is what you want to see. If you are able to do it on defense during man down like this, and you can pressure and make the team with the advantage feel uncomfortable, that's huge. That worked out perfectly for him as Tong gets it. Man still down, and it looks like penalty is released, and we're 6-on-6. The ball goes low. Great high save by Tong. Got to get the ball out of there, though.
Tong able to make up for his mistake with a quick high pass.
Tong showing off the bunnies there. Good trail check right on the hands. LSM trailing it too long. Looking for another check. Ball's now past the restraining line. Hands free, great save. Tracked it all the way by Tong.
Tong has just been playing outstanding so far.
Ball's coming over to us.
Bit of an errant throw, just a little bit too high.
I think the energy got the best of Tong there. Now ball's going to be settled for UNC. 7-2 5-goal differential with 17:30 to play. But again, like we said earlier, lacrosse is a game of runs. UNC can get hot here and make it a 2-goal game quick.
Absolutely, still plenty of time. But NC State has played terrific defense. They've always stayed disciplined, not falling for any cuts. Oh, and it appears that one of the NC State members got a bit too aggressive.
Got him right under the chin there. Both refs synchronized flags thrown, and that's gonna be on number
33.
33.
It looks like.
Wish I had better vision.
Yeah, Ostin heading out of the game.
That's going to be, I believe that's a minute penalty. So UNC again, they're going to have another opportunity. But I bet the house that NC State is going to pressure on this man down opportunity.
That almost makes UNC a little uncomfortable. You don't expect teams with a man down to play so aggressively.
Absolutely.
You usually expect them to stay more back, but NC State still seems to be going with aggressiveness. A nice cut by UNC, just was not able to pull the trigger.
Great play by UNC, but like you just said, great save by Tong. But I kind of want this to slow down so I can talk about that goal or that opportunity real quick. As the ball's on the carpet, going back to UNC, maybe we'll keep that in the back pocket for now.
Ball's
being
loose.
checked. Bodies everywhere. We're going to have a whistle. And it's going to go white push, going UNC's way. Real quick, we had that cut, like you said. Beautiful cut. Found him on the crease, but he didn't even look at goal. He pulled out instantly, but was able to find the man right in front of him. He found the man right on crease. But Tong, again, able to just stuff him on the doorstop.
Yeah, Tong's been terrific in goal so far. You can say that his passing maybe hasn't been 100% crisp, but there's no doubt his goal discipline, his saves have just been terrific so far.
I always like to say if I was having a bad game passing, I was just trying to pad my stats. I was just padding my stats, and that's
Give yourself some more opportunities to shine. Yeah, there you go.
Once you're feeling it, you're feeling it. You'll put yourself at a little disadvantage. Benedict made a man fall.
Oh,
good trail check
loose
by the D-man.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but did UNC switch goalies, or is it the same one?
That is the same goalie.
It's the same, okay.
The same helmet.
Looks like we have a timeout by NC State.
Right.
Illegal procedure on NC State, I think, is the call.
That's exactly right. Good ears. But that's what happened. I don't know what the procedure was, but that was an illegal procedure. And it's going to go UNC way.
Well, it sounded like NC State was trying to call a timeout, and they just were not able to.
Did. That's number 37, Grant Sherrill.
Oh, just off the pole.
And another penalty.
Just ricochets.
Another flag tossed.
UNC has done a lot better attacking this half and possessing, I feel like.
That penalty is on Micah Sargent as he got a white 18 push. And I'm not going to really put – this is going to be an approximation, but I feel like NC State has only played 2 minutes this second half at full strength of 6-on-6 or with 6 men. And I think that 2 minutes is generous because we have a running clock.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, and just UNC, I mean, they are coming out with more energy. It's hard to say what exactly their coach said to them at halftime, but they do seem to be getting more opportunities, although they haven't been executing. There does seem to be a little bit more hustle, just a little bit more speed, and we just want to see them capitalize a little bit.
Absolutely. Errant pass right into the stick of the defenseman, gets it to Tong. Tong finds it over to number 27.
Monero.
Oh, is he going to use his speed here?
Monero cradling with his right side. Almost gave it up to the defender there. If he wanted it.
Oh, he wants it. Oh, looks like it was right on the line and did not cross.
Ooh, that's a nightmare for a goalie, not knowing where it is because it was right at his foot. If he took the wrong step, he's kicking that thing in the back of the net. That is good save. Very scary, though.
Well, as a goalie, isn't it a little bit harder to track where the ball is if the shooter does have a long stick compared to a short stick?
It is tougher, especially long sticks. They can get that velocity behind it, especially if you have a wide open shot like that. He had a couple. It looked like he had a little bit more time to get a little bit closer. He shot it from the restraining line, but that shot high, low. That's exactly where you want to do it. You want to bring that stick down, and like you said, it is hard to track because it's really tough to just watch it all the way through, especially if you're shooting it low, change the plane. But that was a good shot, good save by the keeper as UNC again with it. And NC State, I believe, we're at 4 minutes of full strength watching them.
Just about half of this quarter so far.
A little under 12 here. UNC making some switches. Ball's being moved over.
Again, possessing it very well. Just haven't been able to get it in the goal.
Tosses it behind the X. Oh.
He was shooting it before he caught it.
It was a great idea, though. It was a great pass, just was not able to execute. Oh, good defense by Gus O'Hale right there.
That was great defense, but
oh,
it looked like a little poor offense by UNC there. They had a wide open man right on crease, and he saw him. He just didn't dish it to him. You got to move that quicker if you're the Tar Heel attackman.
O'Hale now with the ball.
O'Hale looking to see where he goes.
Gus did have 2 goals last year. He didn't have a ton of shots, but he wasn't afraid to rip it sometimes. But him being one of our better players, he was able to get some opportunities every once in a while.
And Sean Tobin with it. And Tobin, he's going to be doubled until he can get it away. Now he's got the long stick on him. No one helped underneath. That long stick thought they were going to go with a double team. Now comes the double. There's a yard sale.
A little insult to injury, tossing the stick even farther away.
Ball was stuck in the net of the stick. So, I mean, you got to get the ball somehow. So that's going to go UNC. Looking for the cross pass. Got 29 looking in front of us. He's wide open. And heads up just in case. It's good.
Nice pass switch in the field.
29 brings it up. Guarded by Tobin. Now I got a long stick.
Well, let's see if UNC is trying to make a run with one of their players or if they're just going to try and find an open guy.
And Tobin's going to match speed with 29 there. We're going to have a dual change. NC State's going to get some fresh legs on D as UNC gets fresh legs on O.
UNC trying to set a screen.
Cutter down low. Good fake pass. Almost went into the crease to the attackman. And another flag. But whistle's blown.
Another one on the Wolfpack.
8 White was in the crease.
Hard to say what exactly that call was for.
We heard that 8 White was in the crease, which it's going to result in a penalty there.
State looks like they're setting back up in a box and 1.
I think State just likes playing man down this half.
It's the complete opposite of the first half when UNC was man down. This half, it's all State man down.
Absolutely. But
that does not stop State's aggressiveness. Like I said earlier, most of the time you typically see defense a little bit more conservative, just trying not to mess up. State is still staying aggressive. A nice cut, but unable to finish.
Good attempt there by the attackman at the right side of the goal. Had the man jumping, so he beat him to GLE, but wasn't able to get the shot right on cage. UNC is not doing a good job of moving the ball quickly, like we talked about earlier. Keep the ball hot. It looks like UNC is letting it die in their sticks right now, and that's what you can't do if you're down 5. You've got to keep moving the ball. Trust your teammates, swing it around, get it going.
And some good defense by Gus O'Hale, by Micah Sargent down there, forcing it out.
Quick, on a little wheel route. Nona was there. Wide shot by number 3. UNC's getting some good looks now and then, but once they're really being tested by Tong. Again, right on the doorstep. You think that's easy money? Tong has stopped every single one of those except for one in that second quarter.
Tong's been terrific. There's just no other way to put it. He's just been outstanding.
He really has.
He's looking for a pass. He's still holding on to it a bit too long.
That looked like a hold to me, but no penalty for it. Ball got down.
Stayed
Good
on
little
oh,
nug. Moss is going for the body there.
Oh,
Good
nice cut.
Quick. Oh, good look back.
Just a bit too high on the pass.
Ball's now.
Oh, and it dies right before the midline.
Yeah, I think that's that wet grass. Good check there by UNC, but that's gonna be a push. That looked clean to me.
When you see a bigger guy push a smaller guy, you'll see refs have a tendency to call that.
Yeah. Ball's now up. Been moved around. That's Ryer with it. Ryer takes a little lick. 12-on-12 crime.
You see the goalie communicating, just trying to get everybody set up.
Pinckney with it. You hear the fire call. He's being double teamed. Trying to play body on Pinckney. Pinckney's a big body. I don't know if you want to play body. You see a little shoving match going on.
UNC's got a fast break opportunity.
He had a wide open man to his left. He just didn't look. That's easier said than done from this position, of course, but NC State's able to bring it back
and Tong
again.
just clamps it down, making sure no one's going to get it.
And good little love for your goalie there. You have one of the players, the attackman, try to kick the ball out of the stick, and he just shoves him out of the way. You can't let anyone disrespect your goalie like that, and that shows you have high team chemistry there. That they're gonna stick up for Tong back in goal.
There we go.
I believe that is
Austin
Jake
set a brief
Walls
screen.
coming in. No, that is not. That is Justin Williams. Williams and Walls have a very similar build in these uniforms. Loose flowing red undershirts. Good look right on cage.
Moss unable to put it in.
Hank Moss is just hanging out there. There's the goalie. He's out again.
He's out quite a bit.
Ball just rolls through.
Oh, we might
Risky ground ball here. Good
Nice
scoop
jobs.
up to another defenseman. Ball's being moved. That was Williams with it. Or that was Walls.
Gotta love that ball movement.
Once we have a little lull in the action, I need you guys to make sure I'm not crazy. Take a glance at Walls, and you have number 3 there, Williams. Take a look at Walls. Very similar build. Walls is wearing the long sleeves while Williams is wearing the short sleeves. Maybe that'll help me out and not get them confused, as I believe UNC, maybe one of the teams called a timeout. And let's go ahead and talk about it. Penalties have been a big issue for NC State this second half.
Well,
Well,
I mean, while it has been, they've stayed composed. They've stayed aggressive on defense. UNC has managed to get a lot of shots off. Just they have not been able to execute. And NC State has just, despite all the penalties that they've been through, they've still kept UNC scoreless this second half.
They really have. They've been able to shoot themselves in the foot multiple times, but still bandage it up and nothing happened.
You have to think UNC needs to capitalize on those. They've really possessed very well the second half, just have nothing to show for it so far. Great passing, just no scoring. Really on part of the state goalie, but still need to get a couple in the goal.
Absolutely no goals for either side. UNC has had time of possession has been in their favor this third quarter, but it doesn't really mean much when you put up a goose egg. 7-2, 4:53 remaining.
It looks like we're about to get set right back up.
Have players coming out taking a couple lunges.
See, got to stay loose.
Gotta stay limber. You never want to pull anything.
Well, it's fall. Everyone, they're still warming up. They're still getting ready for spring.
Absolutely. These fall games, they're fun to win, but they're tune-ups because you're looking forward to the spring season in the MCLA and just getting ready for the SELC. NC State's in a very tough conference. They will have to go to South Carolina this year, the reigning SELC champions and the reigning MCLA champions, South Carolina Gamecocks.
It will be a test, but my grandpa always used to tell me, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And that'll be a perfect opportunity for NC State to showcase their skills.
Was your grandfather Ric Flair by chance?
If you're not first, well, no.
That's Ricky
That's
Bobby.
Ricky Bobby, that's
oh,
right.
Oh, man.
That's Ricky
another
Bobby,
hard name.
You're right. Oh.
And back to the action on the field as we do have some speed going on out there. And
It looks like NC State might not have been set, but
Seems the clock isn't going as well.
ooh, yeah, that's what they're trying to. And the clock now starts. We're getting a little extra time. A little free lacrosse.
everybody's tuning up, scorekeepers included.
Yeah. Us as well. Maybe in the regular season I won't confuse Walls and Williams as much.
I won't confuse Ric Flair and Ricky Bobby.
It's a tune-up for everyone. Walls is going to play a little aggressive here. Walls is going to bet on himself, bring it down. Again, that really helps you out if you know you have a man that can play as well as Tong's doing in cage. Your defense can play a little bit more aggressive, which pressuring this UNC team has proved fruitful.
Absolutely.
And
then you create fast break opportunities
Just
like that.
Yep.
Great
back of
strike.
the net. That is number 55, Dante Casaro.
Yeah, good goal for the freshman.
Beautiful snipe, and like you said, that started on the defensive side. Walls pressured him, made him take a shot. Maybe the UNC attackman didn't want to take. Tong saves it, clears it. Casaro picks it up, snipes it, and that's defense leads to great offense.
Absolutely.
And Will McOwen back on the face. Number 29 comes out. Gloves not on yet. That's how you know it's fall. You get to the starting block.
Maybe he'll find a blue penny at some point.
Just like the beauty of summer ball in high school. Everyone
just show up and play.
See how many people have whites.
Awesome
white
long
pennies.
stick on long stick action right there.
And then who doesn't have white pennies? Everyone's going dark, and you're going to have a weird assortment.
Oh, that was a great idea, but just UNC was not ready for the pass.
Now ball's going to come back.
Chapel Hill's going to pressure him right here. See how far Tong goes out on this next play.
Tong's looking. Brandon Campbell might make a run here.
Well,
He's just going to stretch the box, and that's where he's going. Brandon Campbell, number 88, right in front of us.
He's got it in the corner.
And you hear, we're in yellow. This is Ryer with it. Ryer moves it up to Casaro. Casaro up to...
It's Bard with the ball before he dishes it out. Yeah, Bard gets it back.
Again.
NC State's just trying to slow it down right now.
8-2 with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Bard now moving around.
At some point, the shot clock's going to be a little bit of a concern. Bard's going to go for it. Oh, but good discipline by UNC.
Looks like a little confusion by UNC.
Great pass
too.
in.
Beautiful strike right down below the goalie as he expresses his frustration.
That's Casaro at the feed, too. Is that number 24, Sean Tobin? Tobin just camped out right in front of the goal, right in that center area. Didn't have to use the speed there. Just did a great job of finding the hole, catching it, quick stick, put it in the back of the net.
State's been executing on those 1 and 2 passes all night long. Just catching UNC sleeping a little bit, and just they've been able to constantly execute.
This NC State team is really looking good right now, doing a good job of causing the hot slide and then finding where the open man is and capitalizing off of that opportunity. McOwen looks like maybe a clamp.
Got some disagreements from the NC State sideline, but UNC will get the ball.
And they're saying that was stuck with under 40 seconds left. There's 9-2. It would be big if you're UNC to get a goal here.
Just try to get some momentum going into the last quarter.
Absolutely. You got 30 seconds here. They're going to bring it down, wait for the last opportunity.
And they got some fresh legs coming in for this last play.
Which, I mean, they should attack right now, in my opinion, because it's running clock. If you scored, you're not going to leave any time on the clock. It's going to keep going. You're just wasting time for yourself.
As we hear the fans and sidelines get a little bit louder, just waiting for one final shot.
5 seconds now.
Got to get a shot.
Got to get a shot. Got to rip that.
Right
Got to
there.
take it.
Oh, and he fumbles it.
One too many as the sirens sound. That's the end of the third quarter. Like you said, you've got to get the shot off, and they didn't even get one off. And that point, when you have short time, it's okay to be a little selfish. In my humble opinion, I think they may have started that attack a little too late, knowing the circumstance of, oh, we have a running clock. If I score right now, I'm not going to leave any time for them to get another. And that just proved to be the downfall of UNC there. They didn't get one, and it looks like we have a goalie warming up for NC State. Looks like Tong might get the fourth quarter out. But let's go ahead and talk about that third quarter real quick. Real storyline of that third quarter was the penalties and the penalty kill for NC State.
Absolutely. I mean, it looked like the best player on the field in that quarter was Tong, just making constant saves. Although he had a little bit of trouble on some of the passes, he was still dishing it out pretty cleanly and just making sure no one was going to stop him.
As UNC, you would think you'd be frustrated. Really possessed very well, but just couldn't get the shot in the net. Tong played great. Could easily be 9-5, 9-6. But again, UNC just can't get shots off and quality shots at that. But you have to take away the positives. They did possess very well. Defense was lacking a little bit. Speed by NC State's big. But we'll see what they have in the fourth quarter.
Just wondering what UNC is telling its players now. Because, like you said, they have done a much better job possessing the ball, but they've been struggling to put together quality shots.
And we're going to have a fist bump by the goalies, and Chris Tong is out. And I would just like to say that was a great game. Great 3 quarters there by Tong. And in comes number 20, Chris Martin, for NC State as he goes to the street side goal.
Yeah,
and
sophomore's going to get his chance now.
And
New face-off?
no, that still looks like McGowan out there. That is McGowan, yeah. But they have been switching up face-offs. But want to just go ahead and say Tong, like we've been harping on all game, incredible 3 quarters performance by him, and excited to see what Martin will do in cage. And McGowan lines up for another face-off.
We got my former teammate, Gus O'Hale, on the nearby sideline.
Nearby wing.
Let's see what he's going to do.
And on the far wing was my friend Jake Walls. Walls looking for the ball. Quick pass for McGowan there. McGowan sprints off, going Fogo. As Walls just going to go ahead and bring it down. We got yellow. Ball with Casaro. Now goes down past GLE, back to Casaro at the GLE line, up to Walls. And we got man in. Walls just going to walk it up to him. And
made a fake cut, but as he heads to the other side now.
Smart move by Walls, seeing if he had a man coming on his hip. He didn't. Sometimes you will see that. You'll have the defender so intent, make that change with that attackman, with that midi going to make the change as well, that the midi will just come back and wide open lane.
Oh, and there's another flag on NC State. There was a high stick. I'm not sure if that actually made contact with the UNC player's helmet.
Ryer's disputing that call as well.
And looks
like Coach Demarest is telling him to get in the box.
And UNC is going to have another man-up opportunity. Let's see if they'll finally be able to capitalize on it.
And this is a tough position to throw Martin right into. This is his first defensive possession of the game, and he's going into the deep end right now. 5-on-6 action for Martin. Going to be excited to see how the sophomore responds. Ball's down low.
NC State's keeping a clean rotation. And
Good little nug there by Benedict, but it pops out to the attackman again. Ball's not coming around X.
One of the first things you're always taught as a defender is always to have your stick up, and Benedict did a great job right there.
Benedict, great defense. Ball's on the ground. Benedict's going to come out, scoops it up. Good little cradle, brings it away. Benedict will run some offense. He might stay down here.
Well,
There's Elliott. Elliott, look, see if his services are needed. They're not. You hear coach say, keep it high.
Oh, a nice fake
Ooh,
pass.
that looked like a check around the neck.
Oh,
Three flags all in synchronization. That was beautiful. And he's still running around. Now it's with Pinckney. And you got to think, if you're NC State, kill that penalty. Now you have a free possession right here.
Absolutely. It's these plays right here that decide games. Can you take advantage of your free plays?
Ball's not moved. He's going to take a shot, and it sneaks on in. That penalty is going to be erased. Great goal by NC State to kill a penalty and then put one in the back of the net. Now we're into the double digits, 10-2. That's just great offense by NC State.
Yeah, Evan Rayer putting it right down in the corner, and NC State's been having a lot of success on the low shots all game long.
Absolutely, really been testing the Scully low.
And we got a whole platoon swap out for UNC.
That's exactly what that is. Oh, too much of a platoon swap as number 22 starts shifting back. He realizes too many. Why is he gonna stay? We have 4 defensemen. Someone's got to play the wing.
Someone's going to have to go up there.
And 22 is off. Oh, we've got a lot of confusion here.
We've been saying it all night. These scrimmages, they're meant to iron out these little mistakes.
Absolutely.
We're all just here for the big philanthropy game, just trying to send some kids to summer camp.
Make sure if you want to help donate, it is at NCSU Lacrosse on Venmo. Put in camp as your donation reasoning.
Any little bit helps.
Any
just trying to
little
make
bit
a
helps.
difference.
This is
Monero with a good drive.
Just using his size to bully his way through.
Monero, tough drive inside, but with that long stick, you gotta think they're coming for it. You got a pole that's bigger, that's taller than me. They're gonna be able to.
Taller than a lot of the players out there, actually.
Good checks. That was number 18, Micah Sargent. He got a nice little check, and I think he had a little point afterwards. Knowing the ball is with number 6. And Monero posted on. We got long stick guarding long stick. Monero's going to find someone else to guard. Ball's now at X. Getting to GLE. Turns back. Ball's behind cage.
Oh.
Oh! I think that hit the side of the net, but we have no video review. I think that one might have gone in.
It looked like it definitely hit the crossbar. I thought it bounced in, but
it looked like it went top of the crossbar. It may have crossed the plane, but to me it looked like it tickled the back twine just a little bit on that side netting. But refs don't agree. I don't completely agree with what I saw either, so we're going to keep playing.
You're not going to storm the field in protest.
No, not at all. It's 10-2, good save. And if UNC is to get a goal here, could be a good old ball don't lie situation.
Oh,
great body control by the UNC attackman. We got yellow.
Completely unfazed on that last hit.
Long pass, finds the stick it's looking for. Ball's being moved around, up top now.
UNC can only waste so much time. It is easier to get back in lacrosse games, but you are down by 8 in the last quarter. If you want any chance, you got to start going.
Ball's now up. Going down the right alleyway. Tries to whip it in. No one home. Now trying to save it on the goalie's bottom right. Long stick on him. Lift on the hands.
Oh, nice
but
pass.
Still got the pass there to X. See the skip. Good body check. I believe that's Micah Sargent on the defense there. Ball's now being whipped around. You hear everyone saying, who's got him, who's got him, who's got him. We've got multiple people that look like they could be the hot slide. They've got to figure out who is the hot slide.
41's trying to make a run.
And you hear the clock go down. We've got a shot clock. You got to get a shot off soon. 4, 3, 2, 1. He gets it off, but it's wide. It doesn't matter. That's going to go NC State.
It didn't even hit the crossbar.
That's a shot clock violation. This is what you've been talking about all day, Trevor. It's fall ball. It's time to iron out the kinks. As you get later in the season, you've got to realize you have to have that mental clock going down.
Absolutely.
We haven't got a shot off in 30 seconds. We got to get one off soon. You got to let people know, hey, shot clock, shot clock. These are things that you're going to want to see your team do in the spring, especially if you're Coach Demarest going to go back to that conference tournament in Georgia.
Oh,
that's a goal.
A nice feed and just tossing it right.
That's a good goal by Jake Walls. Jake Walls told me that his first one of the day was for me, so I feel very honored. It is 11-2 now, and Jake was able to just scrape across, go low, and sneak it in the back of the net there.
I know our camera didn't see it, but I definitely saw your excitement on that last goal.
It's always fun when you see the players having fun as well, and Jake is one of the players on this PackLax team that really wears his heart on his sleeve. No matter who scores, he's always excited for them. And that's exactly what you want to see from your teammates.
Absolutely.
We're going to have I believe that's a long stick.
Yeah, it looks like
taking a face-off for UNC. That's what I like to see.
No, you might as well go for it. Oh, and
he won.
Yeah. I mean, he did his job.
He did do his job. He moved the ball forward.
You got to rely on your wings to scoop it up. Ooh, takes one right in the
making
arm.
an impressive run. He fakes it with a nice pass.
Ooh,
oh,
that's going to be a flag. But O'Hale, like you said earlier, he wanted that goal. He did the fake with no intentions of throwing that pass. And then he realized, oh, the man did not bite. He collapsed. He was able to get a good pass off. Low shot went way too hot. Low to high went over the soccer goal, I believe. And now NC State's going to go up, man up.
I know O'Hale wanted that assist, but he's happy to move the ball down the field for his team.
You hear Coach Demarest say, get it hot, boys, get it hot. You want to move it around. Ball's up top now with Baird. Baird over. Can't see who's on that left wing.
Yeah, UNC has a man down in this situation right now.
And UNC's man down. That's Casaro. Back up. Casaro's now running point. Baird on the goalie's left. Austin now. NC State adding a new wrinkle into this man up offense. And beautiful look. Oh, Jake Wallace can't get it in.
Found the wide open pass, but the goalie was just right there. Oh, and he's just continuing to run through.
Walls
Midfielder stays back.
Walls is not giving up on that chase, though. Walls is able to run down. But NC State threw in some new wrinkles as we have a timeout. And
looks like we have a timeout for UNC.
And we do have a timeout, but I'll take this time to go ahead and talk about that little wrinkle that NC State threw in. So we saw them set up in that little six-man offense that they've been doing the entire time. But this time, they'd move it, and then they'd have rotations going. Baird started out at the point. He ended up on the goalie's left. He ended up bottom left. And that rotation, number 33, Austin, he started at the goalie's bottom right. He ended up at the point. That rotation got that defense really confused.
Yeah, defense can lose the track of the players.
Exactly.
It just opens up opportunities just like that.
Like you just said, they lose track of the players. What happens? Jake Walls wide open at GLE. He wasn't able to put in the back of the net, but that's a play that you're going to want to use a lot more, especially in the circumstances that NC State's found themselves in when they're going man up a good bit. go your first 3 times, maybe man up. If you're in a man up a lot in the game in the spring, you can bring that wrinkle out maybe that 3rd or 4th time, and then the defense is not ready for it. They've seen what you have to offer for the first 2 times. They're expecting much of the same, and then you're able to bring a new look at them from the same set, and that's very, very good stuff by Coach Demarest's team.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for on that play is just a wide open shot right at the crease. Unfortunately, unable to get the goal because the goalie was just right there, but you got to love the aggressiveness in the play design. All right, now it looks like we're going to get back into play.
And
It will be UNC's ball in the top left corner, back left corner.
back left, that's where let's go. That's our back left, goalie's bottom right. As ref number 45, hand up. We're 1,
Looks
2,
like a man
3,
off
4,
Yeah.
5, 6.
situation here.
I guess the penalty wasn't over yet.
Yeah, I don't think it was truly killed yet, allowing NC State to set up in a double team. And looking for a place to go. Good check.
Oh, there's another flag on the field. I guess they're saying he got a little bit too high on that check right there.
And that is, I want to say that is number 31 that just had a priceless reaction for NC State. It's either, I believe it was 51, Will Beauchamp, or Beauchamp, excuse me. He just looked at the ref in disbelievement, put his head down, and then just turned away as they're going man down once again.
Yeah, as UNC's penalty is finally ended, so now they're in man-up situation. But NC State's done a terrific job on this all night. Has not allowed any goals. UNC has had their opportunities, but NC State's aggressiveness has not allowed any quality shots to come off.
It looks like lots of confusion on the field here. Yeah, you hear Martin telling his team, hey, we're even right now, thinking it's a 5-on-5. Now the refs are going to talk. I believe the penalty has been released, but we're having a little conversation here. It is going to be top right, and it is released. So now we're 5-on-6 in favor of UNC. Luckily, Martin had that little timeout. There's the skip pass. He had him jumping. On that, you got to throw that one more pass. He had a man wide open on GLE.
Chris Martin just takes the easy save, no problem.
Ball's coming in here. Here over. Ball's with Benedict. Benedict's going to stay up a little bit. He has really good stick skills holding that one goal.
Just a little bit too high on the pass. With the right idea, definitely would have been a nice setup.
Trying to show off the bunnies and get a quick stick in the deal.
It looked like he stepped out of bounds.
He was able to get it out. The
Oh,
goalie,
the
The goalie
dude.
showing some
Another
feet
dude.
skills. And as you hear big cheers coming from the UNC sideline.
Absolutely, but they
NC State
back.
takes it back. They have the net.
Sean Tobin, but you hear the goalie if you. It's a good goal by Tobin, but I want to take it back real quick. Great goal by Tobin, but the goalie, he's trying to bring it out, and he's telling his teammate go, because he was coming to where the position of his long stick was. But if that long stick was to just move out, then he'd have an open man because the defender had to either pick who he's going to guard. So if he was to guard the long pole, the goalie was going to just keep going. If not, he was able to get a good pass, but he was eating up space right in front of the goalie. Goalie made a bad pass, and Tobin was able to capitalize, making it 12-2 for this NC State squad. The credit to the UNC goalie. He is showing no fear here. He's willing to go get that ground ball.
A lot of goals have been given up all day, but just on that play, you still see that his aggressiveness and his desire to play.
Absolutely.
Ball's loose. Gus O'Hale coming in to play some defense. Oh,
Stick accidentally goes up high.
a bit of
A little too low.
yeah.
I would
The release of the ball was not very clean on that shot.
Absolutely not. And it was a deep shot, and he just bounced it about 2 feet in front of him, about 18 feet too short.
Looked like one of my passes from last year.
That sounds like an airplane overhead. Burden was looking around. I saw
I
it.
was wondering what the sound was.
And I want to go ahead and give a good shout out to our crew here. Everyone's been doing a great job as Chris Martin brings it in.
Yeah, just
But
clamps it down. Oh, he rushed the pass just a little bit too much there.
I had a great segue to get back to game action, but I was going to say, just like the action on the field has been great, right as a non-forced turnover happens, so they ruined my analogy. Oh, man down. That was clean.
Great pass. Oh, right at the goal.
Great save.
Just
going
unable to pick it up.
Going pole to pole by Martin, being able to track the ball instantly. And here comes Jake Walls with it. Walls going to man this fast break. Moves it over. Now you want to move it back to Walls.
Oh, good high stick by UNC.
Absolutely. Good little nug there by UNC. Walls
trying
with
to
it.
slow down NC State just a little bit.
Ball's being moved up top. You hear the hot calls. Now the 2. Now the switch has happened on Sam Ellison. Ball's now at X.
Oh, nice cut.
Good look. Goalie was smart enough, had to stick up high on the goal. So if anyone tries to go,
Yeah, he was
just
right
that
on
long
top
pass.
of it. Oh, tries to full
Ball's
field.
coming up to us.
Oh.
Eric Lasser can't rein it in. Almost took us out over here.
It looked like it hit a fan a little bit, but she's okay though.
They're okay. Oh, it actually hit his parents. It hit Mr. and Mrs. Lasseter over there.
Trying to get his parents a souvenir. It didn't work out that way though.
Yeah, they had to give it back. Maybe next time they'll hide it.
And a ground pass right there.
And just roll it over. No reason not to. Bring it up. Gonna have a little ISO here for Baird. Baird's got 2 on him. Dumps it over to Ellison.
Oh,
my
what a shot from Ellison.
Ellison sniped it. Baird was telling him, hey, move it, move it. And then the ball hits the back of the net, and he's giving him a big hug, telling him great shot.
Yeah, no one's going to complain about a goal like that.
That is great offense as it goes 13-2 with 3 minutes left on the clock. And this NC State team is looking really good right now.
Yeah. Defense and offense, they've stayed aggressive all night. They've played terrific on penalties on both sides of the ball. And that's how you win games. You execute in man up, and you defend in man down situations. Done pretty good on the face-offs just like that.
Absolutely. And it looked like McOwen would have had a better run of it, but kind of got kind of had defense played on him by the zebra there.
Oh, you
that's
got to push in the back. You got to flag down for that.
Yeah. You just can't do that one.
Every time refs are going to see a bigger guy push a smaller guy, especially if it's in the back, you're going to see a flag every time.
Absolutely, and it looked like he left his feet as well, so there's no way to really hide that penalty as he jumped on the man's back as we're about to hit under 2 minutes, 13-2 in favor of PackLax. Ball's going to be with Ostin again. Ostin on this the number 1 midi line and the man up team as a freshman. Ostin now up top as they're doing a little bit more rotation like we talked about earlier. Trying to figure out who's going to be the point man.
Back out to Williams. Williams dishes it off.
Baird now with it. Baird moves it over. I believe that's Ryer with it. Back to Baird. And you see Ryer motion with his hand, motion up. Low pass,
can't. A little low there.
Wasn't able to be reeled in by Ryer. That was Ostin, the low pass. Looking over, ball's coming to Lassiter.
Nice cross the field pass.
Lassiter's going. Lassiter.
He's making a run. He wants it.
Lassiter
After a bit of hesitation, he does pull the trigger.
Lassiter is normal. From my time playing with Eric Lassiter, he'll always be good at bringing it down, but he tries to wait till someone comes and get him, and he's a great assister. He was forced into a shot there, and it right into the gut of Martin. And we're just gonna have Austin bring it out. 33 on 33 crime. Good cut on the backside. Seeing where we can go. Back to
UNC
Austin.
does a good job filling in, though, preventing any easy shots right there.
Ball's moved
Oh,
up.
a nice cut.
Walls dishes it off.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Great offense by NC State as Walls runs around, pointing. Good assist by Walls there. Finds the man right above GLE, puts it in the back of the net. We haven't hit zeros yet, but everyone knows that's the end of the game. That's going to be 14-2 as the final sirens are about to wail right now.
As always, you got both teams running to go get their goalies because they all know that they work harder than everybody out there. Always taking a beating with all the shots. You know, not just showing love to my co-host here.
Absolutely. That's what I like to hear. That's one of the most true things I've heard all day. Goalies do work hard. But speaking about goalies, Tong had a great game, and even the keeper for UNC, he had some really good moments out there. And we'll be right back to do our post-game wrap-up as NC State takes this one 14-2 over Chapel Hill. Welcome back down to Lower Method Field as we wrap up NC State versus UNC in another good matchup in lacrosse. NC State wins this one 14-2, but doesn't really matter about the score. Why were we all here, Trevor?
We were all here for tonight's Philanthropy Game because both NC State and UNC, they wanted to come together to give an opportunity for 10 lucky kids to go to Camp Weaver this summer. And it's not too late to donate. Anytime tonight or tomorrow, go to NCSU Lacrosse Venmo, write a little note for camp, and donate whatever amount of money. It's very generous, and you'll make quite a summer for 10 lucky kids.
Absolutely. And then back on the field, we had NC State really looking good. And what did they do good today?
I would start with their goalie play. Of course, the goalie played amazing. Could have been a lot closer if he didn't get those saves that he had. And then identifying the cutters and really finding them, I felt like that's what they really they saw the cutters, made the great passes that put them right by the goal, which UNC really couldn't find the cutters. They couldn't really figure out their flow in offense, but State just knew where the men were and found them, and he put in the goal.
Absolutely. To your point, NC State did the best that I've seen all fall at really getting their offense going. Like you said, identifying their cutters. Once you make a drive, it isn't really always just for you to score. It's to draw that hot slide. Look, does the two-man come? Oh, he doesn't. Toss it down right on goal is Sean Tobin, puts it in the back of the net. And Trevor, who is your star of the game?
It has to be Chris Tong for NC State. He only gave up 2 goals the entire game despite all of the penalties that NC State committed. He stood tough, made great passes when he had to, made saves wide, high, low. He was just excellent all game. Absolutely,
and as you hear, we have the cheers behind us as NC State takes down their rival 14-2 for PackTV. This was my friend in a polo, Han Solo. I've been Marty McFly. Thank you for joining us.